Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the most difficult trading card games to get into. With over 10,000 different cards and so many different products to choose from, where do you even begin? Using a budget of just £30 a week, I set out to mould my own deck and climb the competitive ladder all the way to the European Championships. The challenge? All my cards have to be obtained through sealed official products. I'm not allowed to trade, I'm not allowed to buy cards individually, and instead have to rely on the cold, hard luck of the draw. You're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! From scratch. So, we've hit a little bit of a hurdle. With the release of Dual Overload, so many different broken combos are being released into the game. If you watched my last video, we managed to find out one of those combos by abusing Halki Fibrax, Union Carrier, and the Simorgh Link. The part where this becomes a nightmare for us is all the different cards we need to be able to play these combos from sets that are up to 5 years old. I've made a little checklist of all these cards that we're now after, but before we get into that, I want to say a big thanks to Chad Carlson for a £5 donation through PayPal, Yashin, William Bissig, Rydot, and Cactus, who all supported the channel through either Patreon or YouTube channel memberships. It all goes a really long way, and I appreciate it so much, so thank you very much, and if you want to make your own contribution, as always, links will be in the description. So, how many cards do we actually need? Too many is the correct answer. Although not all of them are mandatory. For example, we don't really need impermanence. It's more just something to look out for while we're opening Dual Overload anyway. But the thing that worries me most is that there's absolutely no chance we get all this before the next ban list comes out. I can say with almost 100% certainty that at least something is going to get banned, meaning regardless we're going to be wasting time and money somewhere. Sometimes it just be like that. But please leave my boy LP alone. So on the downside, we have a lot of grinding to do, but on the plus side, the openings over the next few weeks are going to be quite interesting compared to what you're used to. So leave a like if you're enjoying the show, and I'm going to go drop some fat stacks on cardboard instead of important things like hand sanitizer and toilet paper.
I just want one pack.
Alright, so I'm actually excited about all the different things we're opening over the next few weeks. Our £30 budget this week got us 6 packs of an old favourite, Breakers of Shadow. The set introduced Cyber Dragon Infinity to the TCG, which was very, very cool. And 6 packs of Rise and Rampage, obviously on the hunt for that Bomommy Apollousa. The key piece we are looking for here, however, is Dragon Buster Destruction Sword out of Breakers of Shadow. It's just a common, it's not even short printed, so it should be easy enough to get. It will of course be our target for Union Carrier to equip from the deck, locking our opponent out of the extra deck. So coming in here for pack number 1, we have a Wizard Buster Destruction Sword, followed by General Jade, Dynamist Brachion, Performapal Trump Girl, Gadarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju, and Chimeratech Rampage Dragon for the Super. Now, I love that because Infinity and Rampage changed the game for Cyber Dragons. Rampage is just an absolute OTK machine, so I would really love to pull both Rampage and Infinity, even though it's no use to our deck. Now moving over to Rise and Rampage. Outside of Apollousa, we don't really need anything, although I would be happy to pull some Ultra Dream Mirror cards because we need those for, you know. Oh, okay. Alright, first pack of Rise and Rampage, we got a secret. Marincess Marbled Rock. Not very useful at all, but it will look nice in our collection binder, of course. I recently had a look at the Marincess card prices as well, and man, have they tanked. They're worth like nothing anymore. Here we have a Super Heavy Samurai Prepped Defense, a Magnet as well, Shingetsu, Dynamist Plesio's, Fiendish Rhino Warrior for the rare, a little BA card, and Pendulum Storm for the Super, which has some very cool artwork on it. Destruction Swordsman Fusion, Dragon's Bind, and Deskbot 008. Something I did want to talk about is the comments on the Dual Overload combo video. So loads of people were saying to go for the Mist Valley Thunderbird and do the Infinite Negates combo, but not only is Thunderbird hard to get out of Hidden Arsenal 1, but I know for a fact that by the time we get it, it's just going to get banned anyway, so it's definitely a much safer time investment just going for the common Dragon Buster in Breakers of Shadow. Speaking of, this is our 3rd pack of Breakers of Shadow now, and we have another General Jade, a Stegosaur, a second Wizard Buster, which is slightly annoying, High Speed Droid for the rare, and Red Eyes Retro Dragon for the Super. Very nice looking card. Alumirage, Dragon's Bind, a little Metagross looking thing, and Cosmo Delta Shuttle. But yeah, going back to the combo video, it actually did a lot better than I expected, and I think it's worth addressing the current coronavirus situation. Obviously things are getting a bit crazy now worldwide with multiple countries going into lockdown, and it's most likely just going to get worse over the next few weeks. So in terms of content, gameplay wise, we might have to look at using online platforms instead of actually dueling at locals. It's not a huge deal, but hopefully you guys are okay with that. But here is another Genji, Blackwing Harmattan the Dust, which I'm pretty sure is quite pricey. A third Wyverburster! We got a playset, Yugioh King for the rare, and Enlightenment Paladin, ultra rare, which is actually the cover card of the set. That's pretty damn cool. But I'm raging that we have 3 Wyverburbsters. Draco Face Off, Destruction Sword Flash, and Following. 4 packs, and we still haven't got the common that we're looking for. Moving back on over to the 4th pack of Rise and Rampage, we have a Sexy Summon, Sky Battle, Ranryu, Fortune Lady Rewind for the rare, and Mayo Senju Hitot for the super, and nothing else too exciting in there. Second last pack of Breakers of Shadow. I swear to God, if we get another Wyverburster, I am just out of here. Oh, look at that, we got a cute little turtle, General Coral, Shiranui Smith, Beast QB thing, Magispector Supercell for the Hollow, Dark Dorado, High Speed Relevel, Shiranui Style Synthesis, and, well, Karma of the Destruction Swordsman with a pretty sick looking artwork. Fuma Wave, Orochi Channeling, Marunta Sea Star, Ranryu, Star Power, and White Aura Monosaurus. Leaving us with one last pack of Breakers of Shadow and one last pack of Rise and Rampage. Obviously, because we want the Dragon Buster, we're going to leave Bosch for last. So we have Samorg Bird of Protection, Onslaught, Sabu, Wind Worship, Flawless Perfection, and Morpheus, the Dream Mirror White Knight. So really, it all comes down to this. I am praying this has Dragon Buster in it, because I never thought we would have been struggling for a common so much. Here we go. So we have Solo, the Melodious Songstress, Dynamist Brachion, another General Coral, a Twilight Ninja for the rare, and Twin Twisters, super rare. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a rarity bump, original print actually. Illumirage, Shiranui Synchro, Draco Face Off, and Dark Doriado. Okay, well, 6 packs and we didn't get the common we wanted. That's a little bit disappointing, but it happens. Twin Twisters is pretty cool, but it looks like we will have to be coming back to Breakers of Shadow, which is a little bit unfortunate, especially when we're racing against the clock, but you know, it's whatever. Not really any changes needing done to the deck now other than that little Twin Twisters upgrade, so let's just hop into some games. Right, bit of a short one today. We have 2 matches, and the first one we're up against Dark Lords. He wins a die roll, choosing to go first, and looking at our hand, it's pretty damn good. He starts by activating Mommy Ixchel, allowing him to draw 2 cards by discarding her and another Dark Lord. Allure of Darkness allows him to draw 2 more cards. Finally, he ends by discarding 2 Dark Lord cards to special summon Nastin and sets 2 back row passing turn. I draw into a second Crusadia Draco, and then during my standby phase, he flips the Corona card. He calls spells with his Eradicator Epidemic Virus, but I do chain Called by the Grave first, just to get rid of his Ixchel in case he wants to use her again next turn. I'm assuming the card is actually part of the Dark Lord strategy instead of just being a meme. Although it is very fitting. He flips a Judgment on my normal summon, and yeah, there's nothing really else that I can do, so I just have to pass turn there. He has no cards left in hand, so when he draws something unplayable, he just straight up passes turn. And we get a third Crusadia Draco. They must be having like a little fiesta in my deck or something, because I swear I shuffled properly. With no interruption from him, however, we are able to go through our full Crusadia engine and get to Borrelsword and just kill him. Game 2, I side for going second, and he pulls a dupe and makes us go first. Something I really didn't expect, because we should typically still be able to pull off our full combo. With such a stacked hand and no interruption on his side, we are in fact able to pull off our full combo and make our full board. You probably see an Ash Blossom under the Hope Harbinger there. That's not normal for the combo. We played in a way that sort of we kept extenders in our hand in case we got Nibiru'd, and that's just how it ended up. Anyway, he starts by activating Banishment of the Dark Lords, which we negate and equip with our Hope Harbinger. Next up, he discards 2 Dark Lord cards to summon Nastin from hand, and on the summon of that, we activate Spheres to bounce it back. He chains Nastin, to which we chain Savage, negating its effect. So it goes back to hand, and we get a summon of Tempest from the deck. At this point he just does a little scoop because he realizes he can't win because he has nothing else he can do. For our second match today, we're up against Shaddoll Zombies. Winning the die roll, we opt to go first, as per usual, and looking at our hand, it's not great. It's really not great. Starting with Ravine, I pitch Tempest to dump Absorouter and add Rokket Tracer to hand. From there I activate Foolish to dump Galactic Spiral, then normal summon Tracer and quick launch for another rocket. Now with 2 Dark Dragons on the field, I activate the effect of Spiral to special summon himself from the graveyard and link my 2 rockets into spheres. With just enough extra dragons in the graveyard, I can activate the effect of Tempest to special summon itself, Spiral to make everything level 8, and we can get to the Hope Harbinger. These two are quite a lethal combination because spheres you can summon Goliath and then your opponent can't attack over Goliath because Hope Harbinger just redirects the attacks. He starts by activating a Mothman, and we hit the Mizuki, so he does get to special summon and draw 1. Next, he normal summons Necroworld Banshee and links into Avenged Savior. Stop! Yes, that is illegal. Avenged Savior requires 2 zombie monsters, and without Zombie World on the field, Mothman is not a zombie. As much as I would love to continue playing this game with all the misplays and just letting you guys in the comments figure them all out, there was a bit too many to let that happen. For example, tributing Seyfert on field as a dragon for its own effect. Illegal! And tribute setting a spellcaster with Zombie World on the field. You're going to jail! After that one, he accepted a game loss and we went into game 2. Once again, he chooses to go first, and while our hand isn't amazing, we do have the Twin Twisters, so I'm not too bothered. He normal summons a Banshee and banishes it from the field to activate Zombie World from the deck. He then sets 1 back row and passes turn. Drawing into a Reclusia, I feel like it's such an easy game at this point because in my standby I activate Twin Twisters, clearing his full board. Then it should be easy enough to just get the Boral Sword OTK if he doesn't have interruption. On my Magi search, however, he drops a Veiler. Then when I try to extend further with a Dragon Shrine, he drops an Ash. So all I can do now is poke for 14 and pass it over to him. With 2 cards in hand, he activates Instant Fusion, paying 1000 for Thousand Eyes Restrict, giving Magi a little suck. He then links into Linkaribo, normal summons a Mothman, clears my Sneck and attacks for 18. Over to us, the top deck really matters here, and we get Dragon Shrine, which actually wins us the game. So activating it right away, we dump Absorouter, searching for any rocket to then summon and link into Striker Dragon. Searching for a Boot Sector launch, because he controls 1 more monster than I do, I can activate it and its effect to summon back 1 rocket from the graveyard. Now we banish Striker Dragon for Red MD, activate the effect of Spiral to summon itself because we control 2 Dark Dragons, activate the effect of Red MD to summon back a dragon, and then the effect of Tracer gets us 5 bodies on the board for a Boral Sword kill, giving us a second 2-0 in a row. So another 4 wins to add to our record today, even though it was kind of more casual matchups. Time's also been pretty tight this week, especially with all the pandemic stuff going on. I really do hope you're all doing okay and looking after yourselves. Even under isolation, don't worry, your boy here will continue providing the entertainment. So let's go have a little chat to round up the episode. Okay, hello. So with no big events in the near future, the next one is a regional on like the 23rd of May, I want to sort of give the gameplay section an alternative objective. We've joked about it a couple times before, but boys, we're going for a nuke. For a nuke, we need a 25 kill streak, and currently we're sat on 2. If we do manage this, we'll do something special, but I'm not sure what just yet. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Just while I'm finishing off this video, they've went ahead and released the OCG April 1st ban list, and I really hope the TCG doesn't copy it. If they do, then Konami, we're gonna have some problems. Lots of crazy stuff just around the corner. We got the release of Dual Overload, we've got MR5 starting on April 1st, we have a new ban list before that potentially. Lots of spanners being thrown into the works, but you know for a fact we're going to come out on the other end together. So much content planned over the next few weeks, so if you're new to the channel, feel free to stick around, subscribe, and tick on my bell. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how?